What's up, YouTube? It's Mr.BuyTheDip back here with another video. I want to talk to you about stocks to watch out for on CashApp, but specifically why you should watch out for them. What is the influence behind these specific stocks? And as we can see, this week has been, has been amazing, mostly because of Nvidia and the S&P 500. If you guys look, another pump up all the way up to 610, and it comes all the way down to 607. So just keep these type of ETFs in your portfolio, keep these safer investments in your portfolio, but realize it's a lot of other investments that you should be making on the side as well. Okay, so Okta, OKTA, VST, and Tempest AI. I covered Okta in a previous cybersecurity stock video, okay, and I said they're not the best in debt, right? They have to pay a lot of expenses off, but they're pulling a lot of cash in, okay? This company's pulling a lot of cash in, which means they can invest that money that they get. So what you can do with Okta, it just depends on you. So the lowest dip this week was $86. Okay, now we see this move all the way up to 90, right? And the lowest we saw it this week was 86. So what should you do next week? Kind of wait for 87 to invest in this company, right? And invest and hold it all the way till August, September. Then you make a bit of a evaluation, and you make some adjustments, see if you need to sell, see if you need to keep longer, stuff like that. Okay, but this gap right here is crazy, so I don't think that you should invest up at 90, 89. Okay, wait for it to pull back a little bit, but this is a good stock to invest in. Okay, software, it's technology, it's cybersecurity, and that you use these type of things whenever you're whenever you're in a big industry, and cybersecurity's demand is going to be increased by 10 to 15%. The industry demand is going to be increased by 10 to 15% in the next coming years. So keep this in mind, okay? Now, moving on to VST and Tempest AI. So why VST and Tempest AI? Well, Nancy Pelosi has an influence on VST and Tempest AI. And as soon as people start to, figure out these reasons why they should be investing in a stock like this, look what happened. You get a big pump up like this, you get a big gap up. Okay, this 930 189, and then we end on Thursday at 192. Okay, so over the week we're up 7%. The highest we were up 11%. Okay, you need to realize what is pushing the stock up. Well, it's Nancy Pelosi. Okay, who is Nancy Pelosi? She's a politician, 52nd Speaker of the United States House of Representatives. None of that stuff really matter in depth, but you should know who it is and stuff like that. But if you go here, okay, this is what I use: www.quiverquant.com. Okay, now what you do here is you can track some Congress members that make investments. If you can see, she has invested in Amazon, Nvidia, right? Tempest AI, VST. So this purchase was made in January 17th, 2025. And you can see it was between 50,000 to 100,000. VST was 500 to a million. Now, what you need to do is look at the time frame. I want you to look at September 17th. Okay, currently is 24th, so let's look at last week. So this past week, let's just take Tuesday for instance. Let's say her investment was made around the start of last week. That has a big influence on why this stock has been up. A lot of people look at these things and invest because some of these Congress members, they get inside information. So that's why you need to realize when they're buying a certain stock, it's probably because they know it's going to be up in the future. I mean, look at this throughout the whole year. Okay, we started off at about $43, right? And 2024 was just a run up for this corporation. So I don't know, like, you should expect for pullbacks. I mean, you see around September or August is where this pullback comes down to $75, but I don't know if a pullback that low is going to come again, but I can expect 150 to 165 for the stock to come back down, and you can make your moves there at least. Lowest I would say 175. 160 is probably just pushing it. Okay, now going to Tempest AI. Okay, what is Tempest AI? It's a technology company, provides next generation next generation stuff. Industry is healthcare provider and services. So I don't know what type of information these insider traders have on these specific companies to be investing so much money in there, right? But you should definitely do some research first. See how the highest it went yearly was 77, okay, and currently it's at 52. So should you expect 77, or should you expect at least 64? I would think so. Okay, now a move I was thinking about making is selling AMD around 130. Okay, selling AMD around 130 and buying Tempest AI. Okay, and keeping Tempest AI all the way till about $70 to $60, and it's currently at 54. That's a good move up. Weekly, it's up 20%. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of profit taking. You need to realize profit taking is going to destroy the stock down. Okay, let's take Nvidia for example. Okay, the stock goes up weekly, right? It's up 6% weekly, right? And slowly starts to tank down. Now, a lot of people are probably still in profits, but people like to take profits when the stock is up. I mean, who wouldn't? Okay, but you need to realize you want to enter at the right time. The Nvidia is going to go back up to 160, 150, right? But they're not going to just let us have it. Okay, 150 is going to come, 152 is going to come, 155 is going to come, but these levels come slowly. They hit a new all-time high, right? They're going to come back down, then they're going to attempt a new all-time high, come back down, then they're going to attempt a new all-time high, come back down. Okay, and every time they come back down, you need to buy a little bit more. Okay, now moving away from this website, take advantage. Okay, I want you guys to take advantage of these stocks because these stocks are on CashApp. So if you're a beginner investor, you need to realize some people literally just copy what other Congress members do. Like Nancy Pelosi and her husband are known for good stocks pick, and they're known for turning stocks up 50-60% in the matter of months or weeks. Okay, so keep this in your mind. Okay, and then these stocks are on Cash App. So if you're a younger investor, beginner, you're going to start seeing those 15, 10, 6, 7% gains in a matter of weeks. Okay, so make sure you know what you're doing. But what to know before buying? Okay, if you are specifically buying because a big politician is buying a stock, you can get hurt. So you can start losing money. So what you should always do is, instead of just looking at this little website that I showed you guys, right? Look at what these companies do. Look at what Tempest AI, VST, look at what they specifically do. What are they more in technology? Are they more in healthcare providers? Are they more in retail, right? You need to understand these things because you can put some of your thought in it too. Okay, you probably can think of something better than what other investors are thinking. You can probably think of this as a swing trade opportunity. Hold the stock for 4 to 5 days and then sell it, get a 8 to 9% gain on your money, take your profits and get out. You can probably look at it like this rather than a long-term investment. Okay, now profit taking, anybody can take profit. Okay, so if you get caught buying at the wrong time, you will be losing money. I talked about this earlier in the video. I'll talk about it again. This graph shows profit taking. Those big red candles coming down, that is caused by profit taking. People like to sell. Stock comes back down, buy, goes back up, sell. Okay, this is done very often. If you have a midterm investment, like let's say Tempest AI, my midterm investment for 4 months. Okay, if you have something like that, profit taking is gonna happen, and that's fine. Okay, do that, but you always have to make sure you don't want to make a long-term investment all the way at the top. If you make it all the way at the top, you're gonna probably be in losses for most of the time, and that's gonna be psychologically way harder, and you're gonna be you're not gonna be able to maximize your gains. Obviously it's gonna level out over time if you're a long-term investor, but you also want to make sure you get in at the good time. Look at red candles. These are opportunities to buy. Wait for a pullback, because instead of buying at the mountain peak, you should always wait for a pullback. An example of that is Nvidia. Okay, I want you guys to look at Nvidia. This full week, I didn't buy at all. Okay, I know it's not the time to buy for me. Okay, because I already did my buying back here. Okay, right here, $5 purchased. Okay, back here, I want you guys to look at December, 2 trades, 135. Then I made another purchase right here, 135. And I do this with literally every stock that is midterm to long term, just to show you guys you need to buy at the right levels so you can reap profits. I'm losing money right now, but that happens. You're going to lose or make money throughout the day. Right here today, at the top peak today, 125 is where I was making money. I could have had an option to sell that and invest this money into Tempest AI, but I'm going to give it a couple weeks. I'm going to wait for earnings for AMD to see if it can go to 132, 135, and maybe sell there. Okay. Now, weekly, I want you guys to see where I was buying AMD. I was buying AMD. Look at this. As the stock is falling down, 8. Then I buy down here, 8 again, 2 times, right? Then I buy right here, 5. Then I buy right here at this dip, 1. Okay, and I always like to spread out my money. I don't buy everything at once. Okay, I slowly build my portfolio, right, with my biggest purchase being 124, right? But this was the biggest dip yearly, so that's one of the reasons. If you really want to go big, you should go big if you see a big drop off like this. But look at this, 166 can come sooner or later. Okay, but if you want to convert your investment to a midterm investment, always make sure you add money slowly, and then after a certain point, okay, you're done. 154, I'm going to do one more investment with AMD and I'm done. Goes to 130, 133, I'll consider investing. Okay, Tempest AI, maybe buy Tempest AI. Okay, make your moves precisely. All right, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe. Keep these 3 stocks in your mind. Keep these investing strategies in your mind. Okay, don't buy at the wrong time. You don't want to get hurt. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.